Coming together is a beginning, staying together is progress, and working together is success. Henry Ford. What are we talking about? Well, your team. Howdy, friends. Ken from My Little Salesman here. On this episode of Heavy Duty Dealer Academy, we'll be tackling a subject near and dear to your success: your heavy equipment dealership's team. More specifically, we'll be discussing how to attract the best employees to your shop and how to keep them from job hopping. As always, you can kick back, relax, and listen because the notes for this episode are linked in the description. Section 1. How to hire the best. Step 1. Design your team before you recruit. Like putting together any team, before beginning the hiring process, it is important to carefully consider what kinds of dealership roles you need and how many. If you're like most heavy equipment dealerships, you'll likely need management, salespeople, marketers, customer service representatives, service technicians, parts specialists, and administrative staff. Once you have an idea of what your heavy equipment dealer roster needs to look like, carefully design their roles and responsibilities. Determine what qualifications, skills, and types of experience the ideal candidate for each position should have. Make sure each new hire is clear about their role in your team, both about what they'll be doing and how success will be determined. Why is it important that I carefully design each role? Can't I just hire some buddies and stick them on the lot? Maybe, but you're better off hiring specific people for specific roles, and workers are most efficient when you do. One Gallup study found that employees who understand their roles and responsibilities are 2.8 times more likely to be engaged in work. So make sure each role has its marching orders and a way to measure success. Step 2. Seek out recruits who get the industry. When designing a role, it can be helpful to seek out individuals with experience in heavy equipment and build upon their skills within their role. Why can't I just hire any old salesperson and put them to work selling excavators? Well, you could, but as you probably understand, heavy equipment sales differ quite a bit from many product sales and service industries. There's almost a different culture to the industry. The target audience, as well as the equipment, is fairly unique, often making it easier for someone with related heavy equipment experience to branch into sales or customer service roles, other than the other way around. So when you're looking at applicants, consider how past experiences can enrich their perspective, which is a fancy way of saying been there, know that. For a semi-truck or trailer dealership, a candidate with a trucking background may already understand many driver or operational needs. For agricultural equipment dealerships, someone who grew up in a farming family or was affiliated with agricultural organizations may have a better grasp on what agricultural customers look for. Those with construction experience will also likely understand foreman lingo, understand the operator's needs, and the like. Candidates with these life experiences will likely require less training to hit the ground running in their role on your team. But when you can't find these types, look for those with transferable experience and skills. But take each on a case-by-case basis. Step 3. To attract the best jobs, advertise the best workplace. Today's talent has their choice of employers. In addition to competitive wages and benefits, many highly value the quality of their day-to-day work life. More and more job seekers are looking for flexible work arrangements that support a good work-life balance. One 2021 survey by FlexJobs found that 82% of job seekers identified flexible work arrangements as a leading consideration in their job search. Of course, some of the details as how to provide a better work environment will require follow-through, which will be covered in the section in employee retention further in this episode. Step 4. Conduct interviews with behavioral questions. When interviewing job candidates, it's always best to get an understanding of their thought process on the job. You can get a sense of this by asking them about their decision-making process in their working lives and with teams in the past. Some examples may include: can you describe a time when you had to make a difficult decision in a customer service role? How did you approach the situation, and what was the outcome? Can you think of a time when you didn't have a good answer for a customer? How did you handle the situation? Though asking questions about an employee's past decisions is helpful, it can also be useful to ask candidates how they would respond to problems they may face in their role. It is important to keep these hypothetical scenarios realistic and role-specific. Some questions may sound like, a piece of equipment is on back order. The customer needs it urgently, but we don't have an estimated delivery date. What would you do to keep the customer informed and satisfied with their purchase? These scenarios can be based on problems your dealership has had in the past or could realistically come up on the job. Step 5. Make it worth their while. Increase position acceptance with competitive pay and benefits. As of 2023, skilled employees are in demand across industries. Because of this, an increasing amount of job seekers understand their ability to negotiate their salary during the hiring process. And they're definitely taking advantage of this. According to one study, 85% of candidates who counteroffered with a higher wage had their offer accepted. This isn't meant to spook you as an employer, but to prepare you for a simple truth. Highly skilled employers know their worth. And one of the many ways you can land them on your team is by offering competitive pay, benefits, retirement plans, and paid time off. Now that you've landed them, let's look at how to keep them on your team. Section 2, how to retain heavy equipment dealership professionals. Step 6, retain employees with benefits and career advancement. While competitive pay is a pretty simple way to get a candidate to accept an offer, great benefits in the form of great health insurance, paid time off, and retirement savings plans are some of the ingredients to keep them happy and on your team. Consider more premium plans for your employees than the competitors. Great benefits are hard to leave. Step 7. Pathways to career advancement can help keep hires engaged. Want to keep good people? Give them opportunities to advance. Candidates also want to know they're not accepting a dead-end position with your dealership. A great way to make them feel like part of the team is by investing in their future with your dealership. This could mean job-specific training as well as professional development opportunities. By continuing to support your employees with training and education, you're not only investing in the strength and quality of your team, but you're also showing them that you care about their professional development. Step 8. Want loyalty? Pay up. You would think that if someone wanted to make more money, they would just ask for a raise, right? Well, not so much anymore. Studies have found that an increasing number of workers leave jobs for higher wages instead of asking for raises in pay. Why? Because job hopping often pays off more than the raise they would get to stay. One survey by Yahoo Money of 18 million workers found that those who stayed around the longest earned less overall than job hoppers. In fact, job hoppers ended up earning up to 12% more than loyal employees. And to make matters worse, as employers are becoming more desperate for employees, job hopping has become more acceptable, and thus removing the consequences. So what does this mean for your dealership? That if you'd rather keep great employees around instead of going through the cost and effort to replace job hoppers, you have to make it worth their while. Fortunately, after crunching some numbers, you'll often find that retention is cheaper if you remain proactive rather than reactive. Step 9. Hire managers who are communicators, not bosses. There is a certain amount of truth to the popular saying, people don't quit jobs, they quit bosses. According to a 2020 study from the Society of Human Resource Management, 84% of U.S. workers claim that poorly trained supervisors create unnecessary stress in their job. So what can you do? Hire managers with top-shelf interpersonal skills. A hot-tempered, out-of-touch, micromanaging boss is a recipe for your best employees jumping ship. To get out in front of the problem of bad bosses, resist the urge to promote high-performing staff from other departments to managerial positions based on old-fashioned workplace norms. Why? Because just because they're great employees does not mean they would make great managers. Today's best managers are less bosses and more mentors, next-level communicators with high emotional intelligence. They must foster collaboration, diffuse conflict, and preserve their staff's work-life balance to prevent employee burnout. Step 10. Create a workplace that quashes Sunday night scaries. A decent gauge of overall workplace happiness is how employees feel on Sunday night before returning to work Monday morning. Feelings of dread or anxiety during this time are often called the Sunday night scaries. Want to retain your best employees? Quash the scaries with a workplace they don't dread on Sunday night. Here are a few ideas. Show appreciation and reward performance. Acknowledging good work can go far towards making employees feel appreciated. You can also go a step further and provide incentives and promotions based on workplace achievement or hitting various goals. Keep your door open, so to speak. Employees should always feel that they can speak freely without repercussion, either about their work-related ideas or any problems they may be experiencing that impact their performance. Foster a team environment. In addition to feeling important as an employee, each person should feel like a cherished resource of your heavy equipment dealership team, from the senior management to lot attendants, receptionists, and the like. from your newest hire to your most seasoned veterans. To do this, consider hosting various events or programs in which everyone is invited to participate equally as team members. But keep what your team would actually enjoy in mind, not just a cringy pep rally. In fact, you may even ask them what they'd enjoy the most. Support your employees in what they need. As an extension of keeping your door open in forms of communication, accommodating employees even beyond their base requests can help them feel valued as members of your team. This can mean pleasant working environments, reasonable accommodations for various requests, and other small yet appreciated extras. Even the tiniest gestures can speak volumes about how much you value their commitment to the team. Step 11. Team happiness is not a one-and-done job. Wouldn't it be nice to hire the right folks, hold a few appreciation events or programs, and expect to preserve a winning team for the long haul? If only it were that easy. Even though keeping your team positively motivated is not difficult, it requires a certain amount of ongoing effort that is worthwhile. Make sure your managers are listening to your team and anticipating their needs. Look for opportunities to acknowledge their hard work with tokens of your appreciation. Foster a team spirit and equal appreciation among all departments and seniorities, and quash Sunday night scaries by creating a positive work environment. Bonus tip: give your team a dealer system that helps every department. Part of investing in a dealership staff's success is providing them with the right tools, not only to help them meet and exceed their goals, but also to work together as a team. With this in mind, your friends at Dealer Technology Solutions are pumped to introduce Dealership Drive, your heavy equipment dealership's all-in-one management platform. Dealership Drive allows your team to sync your My Little Salesman listings directly with your dealer management system, track and manage absolutely every lead or customer encounter, automatically fill out sales documents in seconds from existing transactional and customer data, easily obtain and manage legally binding e-signatures without leaving the system, connect your MailChimp account for integrated marketing messaging, design a custom website that automatically pulls in your equipment listings, provides you with real-time dashboard data on sales, marketing, and service, manage service department, work and parts, and much, much more. You're invited to learn more and schedule a demonstration with a link in the description. Well, that about does it for this episode of Heavy Duty Dealer Academy from your friends at Dealer Technology Solutions and My Little Salesman. If you learned something from this, feel free to give us a like here to tell the algorithm that we're doing something right. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe and check out all the other videos that we have going on this channel as we try to grow it further and further. And if you want to send this video to a friend of yours or someone who is in this situation, that would help us a lot as well. Until next time, I'm Ken, and we'll see you next time.